What is up, everybody? JT Dangerously here once again. I am back to do my AEW's Full Gear 3 2021 predictions. Now, Full Gear 3 happens this Saturday, live on pay-per-view, Bleach Report Live, and Fight TV from the Target Center in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Now, this card for Full Gear 3 this year, folks, it is incredibly stacked and loaded from top to bottom. Now, as of right now, we have 8 fantastic matches with 3 big titles on the line, so I am extremely excited to do my Full Gear 3 predictions for you guys this year, and I hope you guys do enjoy. Now, our record coming into Full Gear 3 this year after our last AEW event, which was AEW's Grand Slam at Arthur Ashe Stadium in September, we went 7-4. So our overall record coming in is 117, 38, and 1. So we're coming in extremely hot when it comes to AEW pay-per-view predictions on the channel, because ever since AEW started, we have never had a losing record, and I'm looking to keep it that way. So hoping in this video we will continue this amazing winning streak we are on right now. We're on an unprecedented 19 pay-per-view winning streak, the longest winning streak on the channel, and hoping in this video we will extend that winning streak and make it win number 20. Hopefully. Now, this is the second video of a combined and massive 6-video day on the channel today and this week, guys. So, hope you guys be able to watch this video and all the fantastic videos we got on deck on the channel on this very big month of November. And as always, show your support on the channel as always, guys, by watching these videos, super kicking those like buttons, hitting that notification bell, commenting your picks and your opinions in the comment sections down below. Now, if this is your first time watching my channel today, guys, as a first-time viewer, this is your first video, boy, big to go, and if you're a huge fan of all elite wrestling and being the elite like myself, and you're ready for Full Gear 3 this year from the Target Center in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Welcome to the Dangerous Alliance. I'm JT Dangerously. Welcome to the club, because this club is... Whoop, whoop, again, thank you guys so very much. Now, other than that, let's get right into these predictions. Now, if they do add any other matches to this card, I'll have them all in the comment section down below, but I'm going to do the 8 fantastic matches that have already been determined. Let's start off with the first matchup. It is for the AEW Women's Championship. Starting off with the challenger. She is looking to become the next AEW Women's Champion. She is the talented Tay-Conti. And Tay-Conti is challenging the 4th reigning and defending AEW Women's Champion. She will be accompanied by Jamie Hayter and Rebel. She is professional wrestling's true role model. And if you know her music, you'll know who I'm talking about, baby. She is Dr.Britt Baker, D.M.D, baby. Now, this is a huge opportunity for Tay-Conti, a chance to become the next AEW Women's Champion, and she is looking to shock the world, but it's not going to be easy. There inside you have Dr.Britt Baker, D.M.D, baby, looking to continue her reign as the AEW Women's Champion, and she's looking to make her 5th title defense a successful one. Now, the last time she defended the AEW Women's title was at Grand Slam in Arthur Ashe Stadium against Ruby Soho. And now this time she is looking to take Tay-Conti down and once again remain the AEW Women's Champion. So coming from me in this first matchup for the AEW Women's Championship, do I think Tay-Conti has a chance? Absolutely. Anybody has a chance to win a championship in AEW. But coming from me, I am going to go with Dr.Britt Baker, D.M.D, baby, to retain the AEW Women's Championship by any means and defeat Tay-Conti. And now next matchup. It is for the AEW Tag Team Championships. Starting off with the challengers. They are representing the Pinnacle, and they are the reigning AAA Tag Team Champions. They will be accompanied by legendary 4 Horsemen member Tully Blanchard, and they are looking to once again be the AEW Tag Team Champions. And if you know their music, their new music, you'll know who I'm talking about. They are Cash Wheeler and Dax Hardwood. They are Ftr. FTR. And FTR is challenging the 5th reigning and defending AEW Tag Team Champions. They are representing the Death Triangle, and if you know their music, you'll know who I'm talking about. Settle, Miro. Meet us in the ring, we the Mexicans. It's a fight we bring, hanging by a string. Zeros up and down, and we say it proud. Settle, Miro, animal, Miro. Meet us in the ring, we the Mexicans. It's a fight we bring, hanging by a string. Zeros up and down, and we say it. The team of Rey Fenix and Penta El Zero Miedo, they are the Lucha Brothers. Now, this is the second one-on-one meeting between FTR and the Lucha Brothers. FTR won the last meeting over the Lucha Brothers all the way back last year at Fight for the Fallen. So this is the much-anticipated rematch for the AEW Tag Team Championships. Now, starting off with FTR first, this is a huge opportunity for them. A chance to make AEW history and become the first ever two-time AEW Tag Team Champions. And ironically enough, this was the venue that they lost the AEW Tag Team titles last year to the Young Bucks. So the FTR has been waiting 1 year to get their rightful opportunity at regaining the AEW Tag Team Championships. And with them becoming the new AAA Tag Team Champions by defeating the Lucha Brothers on Dynamite, FTR is looking to show that they are the greatest tag team in professional wrestling history. Now, on the other side, you have the Lucha Brothers looking to continue their reign as the AEW Tag Team Champions, and they're looking to make their third title defense a successful one. Now, the Lucha Brothers won the tag team titles in that classic tag team steel cage match against the Young Bucks at All Out 3 in Chicago. Easily the best tag team steel cage match I have seen as a wrestling fan. And the Lucha Brothers are looking to prove that they are the best tag team in AEW, and they're looking to walk out still the AEW Tag Team Champions. So coming from me in this tag team showdown for the AEW Tag Team Championships, even though I like FTR and FTR's new theme, as a longtime Midnight Express fan, I fucks with it. It's maybe their best theme because they definitely respect history when it comes to tag team wrestling, and especially with the late great Bobby Eaton and the Midnight Express, Cornette and Stan Lane. They were one of my favorite tag teams back in the day. But coming from me, as much as I do like FTR, I am going to go with the Lucha Brothers to retain the AEW Tag Team titles by any means and defeat FTR in a tag team banger. And now next matchup. It is a 10-man tag team matchup, and it is a Minneapolis street fight on one side. They are all representing America's Top Team, consisting of the leader of America's Top Team, Dan Lambert, 2 former UFC heavyweight champions, Andre the Pitbull Arlovsky and Junior Dos Santos, and finally you have one of my favorite teams in AEW, and if you know their music, you'll know who I'm talking about. Is about to run wild. Man with career, we made your career, the man of the year. Sky, my ego is about to run wild. We made your career, the man of the year, the man of the year. Fly through the sky like G5s, they know that we've arrived. Are you blind? Step aside. The team of All Ego, Ethan Page, and Scorpio Sky, they are the men of the year. And their opponents, all representing the Inner Circle, consisting of the Big Hurt Jake Hager, Santana and Ortiz, Proud and Powerful, the new TNT Champion, the Spanish God Sammy Guevara, and the leader of the Inner Circle and the only man in World Wrestling Federation history to defeat The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin in the same night to become the first ever undisputed World Wrestling Federation champion. He is a former record-setting 9-time WWE Intercontinental Champion, a former IWGP Intercontinental Champion as well, and he was the former and very first AEW World Champion. He is forever and will always be Le Champion of AEW, the God of War, and the King of the World, Chris Jericho. Now, this has been going on for the last couple of weeks on Dynamite and Rampage between America's Top Team and the Inner Circle. And it's finally going to come ahead in this Minneapolis street fight because it's been America's Top Team definitely getting the upper hand on the Inner Circle. I mean, with Jorge Masvidal knocking out Chris Jericho with knees not once but twice, and the constant attacks by Dan Lambert, who has been on the mic almost every time he gets the mic, he just runs his fucking mouth. And now he's got to either put up or finally shut the fuck up. Their side of the Inner Circle looking to get their revenge against America's Top Team. Definitely for Chris Jericho, he can beat up that bald-headed dipshit Dan Lambert. And a chance for the Inner Circle to get their hands on 2 former UFC champions, especially Jake Hager with Andre the Pitbull Arlovsky and Junior Dos Santos. And a chance for Santana and Ortiz to get their hands on the Men of the Year. So coming from me in this Minneapolis street fight between the America's Top Team and the Inner Circle, I cannot wait to see Dan Lambert get his ass handed to him by the Inner Circle. So coming from me, I am going to go with the Inner Circle squad of Jake Hager, Santana and Ortiz, Sammy Guevara, and the King of the World, Chris Jericho, to get it done here and defeat America's Top Team by any means in an absolute banger. And now next matchup. It is a 6-man tag team battle, and this time it's Falls Count Anywhere. On one side, you have the team consisting of Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus, the Jurassic Express, and their partner, the former Impact Wrestling World Champion and the former 2-time NWA World Heavyweight Champion. And if you know his music, you'll know who I'm talking about. He is the instant classic, Christian Cage, and their opponents are all representing the Super Elite, consisting of the former AEW Tag Team Champions, and if you know their music, you'll know who I'm talking about in Minnesota. Are you ready for, Super Kick Party! They are Matt, Nick, the Young Bucks, and their partner is the former NXT champion and the only man in Ring of Honor history to hold the Ring of Honor World Championship 3 times. And if you know his music, you'll know who I'm talking about, baby. You know it's all about the boom. You know it's all about the boom. He is Adam Cole, and that's Adam Cole, baby, and they are the Super Clique. Now, this whole thing has been going on ever since Adam Cole came to All Elite Wrestling in Chicago at All Out 3 in September and joined the Super Elite, and his first attack was to Jungle Boy. And ever since then, these Super Clique and Luchasaurus, Jungle Boy, and Christian Cage have been going back and forth. And it definitely escalated a couple weeks ago on Dynamite when Jungle Boy was thrown off the stage onto a table by the Super Clique. And then the following week, they came back and attacked the Super Clique, and Christian hit Adam Cole with a one-man concerto. So this has been going on for a while. Now, with this match being Falls Count Anywhere, this match is going to be absolutely wild, especially with the Super Clique, with the interference with Brandon Cutler, Michael Nakazawa definitely getting involved. This matchup is definitely big, especially for the Jurassic Express, and Christian Cage. So coming from me in this Falls Count Anywhere 6-man tag team battle, even though I do love the Jurassic Express, especially Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus, and I am a huge fan of Christian Cage back in his TNA days, former Impact Wrestling World Champion, former NWA World Heavyweight Champion, how can you go against the Super Clique, Cole and the Young Bucks? And if they ever bring trios titles to AEW, that Super Clique team is going to be the first 6-man tag team champions in AEW. But coming from me, I am going to go with the Super Clique squad of the Young Bucks and Adam Cole, baby, to get it done and defeat the Jurassic Express and Christian Cage by any means in a banger. And now the next matchup. And this matchup I am extremely excited for after their promo battle on Rampage last Friday. It is a one-on-one first ever meeting on one side. He is looking to prove to his opponent that he is not just a bum, that he is a badass motherfucker on the mic and in the ring. And if you know his music, you'll know who I'm talking about. He is the Mad King, Eddie Kingston. And his opponent is the former Ring of Honor World Champion, a former Ring of Honor Pure Champion, a former two-time WWE Champion, the man that held that belt for 434 days, and he's looking to keep his undefeated streak alive in AEW. And if you know his music, you'll know who I'm talking about. Look in my eyes, what do you see? The cult of personality. I know your dreams. I'll do anything you wanna be. Whoa, I'm the cult of personality. He is the best in the world, CM Punk. Now, this matchup really got heated a couple weeks ago on Rampage after Eddie Kingston lost in the AEW World Championship semifinal over Bryan Danielson, and CM Punk was doing an interview with Tony Schiavone backstage, and Eddie Kingston thought CM Punk was smirking at him. He came up, and that thing just exploded, and it escalated this past Friday on Dynamite with these two going back and forth, hitting bars after bars, hitting fire after fire at each other, and you can just feel like that segment. That segment was maybe the best thing on Rampage this past weekend. I think it was, I don't know, it wasn't in Miami, it was somewhere. I just can't remember where the date was, but that was maybe the best segment on Rampage since Rampage has ever started. Those two going back and forth saying that Punk is saying that he doesn't see that same fire Eddie Kingston had years ago, and calling him a bum, and Eddie Kingston saying, "Why don't you? Nobody wants you here. I'm the only guy who has the balls to say we don't want you here in AEW." It was maybe the best battle we've seen in AEW when it comes to promos, and you can feel the hate between these two. So you know when it comes to two guys that hate each other after a fantastic promo, you know this one's going to slap. And Eddie Kingston is a prideful motherfucker. He is a badass son of a bitch that if you talk trash about him, he will get up in your face and he'll tell you what he really believes. And that's what he did on Rampage. And on the other side, you got Punk, who is very prideful as well. I mean, a guy who left the wrestling business 7 years ago to come back in 2021 to come to AEW and really bring professional wrestling back. Finally become a professional wrestling other than being a sports entertainer. But this matchup is going to be absolutely amazing. I feel this matchup could be the match of the night if it's given time. So coming from me in this one-on-one first ever meeting between the Mad King and the best in the world. Ah, man, this is going to be so good. And if you have not seen that segment on Rampage yet, make sure you go check it out before you watch the match on Saturday with these two. You got to watch that segment on Rampage before you see this match, because you can tell both these guys hate each other. But coming from me, as much as I do like Eddie Kingston, and he is a badass son of a bitch, I am going to go with the best in the world, CM Punk, to get it done and remain undefeated in AEW and defeat the Mad King, Eddie Kingston, by any means in a potential match of the year banger. And now next matchup, it is a one-on-one showdown between two of the four pillars of AEW. On one side, he is a former TNT champion, and he'll be accompanied by the icon Sting, and if you know his music, you'll know who I'm talking about.
Sleep 'cause my head's on fire. I hate creeps and I hate liars. Oh, you want to break that secret
He is the Enigma Darby Allin. And his opponent is the leader of the Pinnacle, and he is the man that says he's better than you, and you know it. He is the salt of the earth, and he'll be accompanied by Powerhouse Wardlow. And if you know his music, you'll know who I'm talking about. He is Maxwell Jacob Freeman, MJF. Now, this is a huge matchup for Darby Allin, a chance to finally shut MJF's mouth up by getting a big victory here. And in my opinion, whoever wins this will be right in line for a shot at whoever is the AEW champion going into 2022. And with these two of the four pillars of AEW, Darby Allin's looking to prove that MJF cannot break him. Even though he can start saying shit like he does all the time, Darby Allin will not be broken by MJF, and he's looking to get it done here in this match. The other side, you have MJF looking to break Darby Allin like he has been trying to do all through this rivalry. I mean, attacking him with wearing masks, like something out of the 1999 NWO thing with Ric Flair. Back in the day, they were wearing masks, but we know it was MJF in the Pinnacle attacking Darby Allin, trying to break him mentally and physically. And in my opinion, I'm just going to say this. I think MJF is going to be the AEW World Champion going into he's going to be the World Champion in 2022. I just think it's his time, and a victory here will definitely get him on that road to the AEW Championship. So coming from me in this one-on-one showdown between two of the four pillars of AEW with a potential shot at the AEW Championship for the winner, I think the wild card in this match is Wardlow. Now, Wardlow has been thrown to the wolves against Sting and Darby Allin, and MJF is just letting it happen. And knowing Wardlow, he's gonna one of these days he's gonna just snap and say, "Screw you, MJF, I'm on my own." So the wild card in this matchup is definitely going to be Wardlow. Is he gonna help MJF win, or is he gonna screw MJF in losing? So coming from me, this is the tough pick because I like Darby Allin. I mean, I think the whole wrestling world loves Darby Allin. I mean, he's a fan favorite in AEW, and MJF is a slimy heel, but he's a good heel. So coming from me, I may get this one wrong, but hell, I'm living dangerously. I got a winning streak on the line, so I'm gonna go with MJF to get it done here and defeat Darby Allin by any means. And now, the next matchup. It is the finals of the AEW Championship Tournament to see who will get a future shot at the AEW World Championship. On one side, he is the former TNT Champion looking to get a shot at the AEW World Championship. And if you know his music, you'll know who I'm talking about. He is God's forsaken champion, the Redeemer, Miro. And his opponent is a former Ring of Honor World Champion, a former Ring of Honor Pure Champion, a former WWE and World Heavyweight Champion in his own right. And he is looking to get a shot at the AEW World Championship for the very first time. And if you know his music, you'll know who I'm talking about. Motherfucking head in. I'm gonna kick your motherfucking head in. He is the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson. Now, originally, a lot of people were thinking it was going to be Jon Moxley versus Bryan Danielson in the finals of this AEW Championship Tournament. But with Jon Moxley going into rehab for alcoholism, and I got to give a lot of props to Jon Moxley, a lot of people wouldn't be as, saying it out loud and saying that I have a problem. So again, I want to wish Jon Moxley the best of health for getting through this rehab. I know he has a new baby daughter, Renee Young. And again, thoughts and prayers to Jon Moxley, and hopefully he'll come back better and stronger than ever. But it was announced that Miro was going to take Jon Moxley's place in this tournament, and he got into this tournament on a late notice. If I read that when I read that Miro was told that he was going to be in the tournament at short notice, but Miro did get it done on Rampage over Orange Cassidy to get here, and Miro's got a huge opportunity. He just lost the TNT Championship. He feels like God has forsaken him, but now God gives him another chance, a shot at the AEW Championship, and a chance to end Bryan Danielson's undefeated streak in AEW. Their side, you have Bryan Danielson, the American Dragon, and his road to the finals went through Dustin Rhodes and Eddie Kingston. And Bryan Danielson has been on a tear since he has come to All Elite Wrestling all the way back in September at All Out 3 in Chicago. And Danielson has really made his game even bigger. I mean, he's doing he's having some great matches in AEW. I mean, his match with Minoru Suzuki on YouTube, free on that Friday. Matches against who else? Bobby Fish and so many others. But Bryan Danielson has just elevated his game to a fever pitch. And now he's looking to get a shot at going after the AEW Championship. And we all saw that classic he had with Kenny Omega, that 30-minute classic that ended in a draw. Maybe the best 30-minute match in wrestling at that show. And take it from somebody who watched that show live. That was maybe the best wrestling match that ended in a draw I have ever seen. But Danielson is just looking to be one step closer and quite possibly holding AEW's top prize, the AEW Championship. So coming from me in the finals of the AEW Championship Tournament to see who will get a future shot at the AEW World Title. This is such a tough pick because it really is going to tell us this matchup will tell us who is going to win the AEW title in the main event between Hangman and Kenny Omega. Because if Miro wins, Hangman is going to win the world title. If Danielson wins, Kenny Omega has a chance to retain the belt, or it could be Hangman Adam Page as well. But coming from me, this is maybe the toughest pick because I want to see Miro in the title picture again, but I also want to see what the American Dragon can bring to the AEW title picture. But coming from me, this one's tough. I am going to go, and I may get this one wrong, but I'm living dangerously. I am going to go with the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson, to get it done here and win this tournament and defeat godforsaken champion, the Redeemer Miro, by any means in a banger. And now, the main event. The most anticipated match in AEW's history, and it is for the AEW World Championship. Starting off with the challenger. He is looking to finally become the AEW World Champion for the first time and achieve his destiny. He is a former AEW Tag Team Champion with his opponent in this match, and he'll be accompanied by his good friends, the Dark Order, and he says, "Hold my beer, I'm about to do some cowboy shiznit." And if you know his music, you'll know who I'm talking about. He is Hangman Adam Page, and Hangman Adam Page is challenging the reigning AAA Mega Champion. He is the leader of the Super Elite, and he is the third reigning and defending AEW World Champion. He is the god of pro wrestling, and he'll be accompanied by the invisible hand Don Callis, and if you know his music, you'll know who I'm talking about. Hear the battle cry. Now, this is the third one-on-one meeting between Hangman Adam Page and Kenny by God Omega. Kenny by God Omega has won both meetings over Hangman Adam Page, dating back to last year's Full Gear in the AEW Championship Tournament and at New Japan Pro Wrestling's Wrestling Dontaku event in 2018 for the IWGP United States title. So Hangman hasn't beaten Kenny Omega in his entire career, and Kenny has owned Hangman in this rivalry. Now, starting off with Hangman Adam Page, this is it. He has been wanting this opportunity ever since he came to All Elite Wrestling. He even said it the day of AEW's launch, that he would be the AEW World Champion. It didn't go his way in 2019 at All Out, losing to Chris Jericho, but now he has a second chance. I mean, he was taken out of the number one contendership at Fight for the Fallen in that elimination, that tag team matchup. And now he has fought his way back. He won the ladder match to get this opportunity, and now Hangman Adam Page is just 3 seconds away from finally realizing his destiny and becoming the AEW World Champion. But it is not going to be easy. There inside you have Kenny by God Omega looking to continue his reign as the AEW World Champion, and he's looking to make his 7th title defense a successful one. Now, the last time Kenny Omega defended this belt was at All Out against Christian Cage, and he has been the champion for nearly 1 year. And he is just 1 month away. He just has to win this match, and he'll hold the belt for over 1 year. And Kenny Omega has a tough road to go. I mean, he has got to defend the title, the AEW title here, and then he has to go all the way to Mexico and defend the AAA Mega Championship. So, could Kenny Omega lose 2 belts in 24 hours? It definitely could happen, but I think this is Kenny Omega's toughest and stiffest test as a challenger for the AEW title, because it's someone that he knows very well. I mean, they were tag team champions, maybe the best tag team champions AEW had, and the fact that it's just been going back and forth with these two. I mean, Hangman Page getting thrown out of the Super Elite, Kenny Omega making the Super Elite with the Young Bucks, Don Callis, Brandon Cutler, the Good Brothers, Adam Cole. I mean, it's been going on back and forth because this has been the best build match in AEW in a very long time. And if anyone could kick out of the One-Winged Angel, and there's only been one person that's kicked out of the One-Winged Angel, and that's Kota Ibushi, but nobody's kicked out of AEW's Kenny Omega's One-Winged Angel. I think Hangman Adam Page could be the one to kick out of it. So coming from me, in this monumental main event match that has been building for 2 years for the AEW World Championship, if anyone knows me on this channel, I have never, and let me repeat again, I have never picked against Kenny Omega in any match on this channel. I mean, he's the man that beat Okada twice to win that IWGP Heavyweight Championship. And his name is on that belt. And for me to pick against Kenny Omega would be a shock. So coming from me, how about I shock you guys? I am going to go against Kenny by God Omega here and go with Hangman Adam Page to finally become the AEW World Champion and defeat Kenny by God Omega in a massive banger. And those are my AEW's Full Gear 3 2021 predictions. Now, I want to thank you guys so very much for watching this video today. Comment below. Who do you see winning the AEW World title between Hangman Adam Page and Kenny Omega? Will Hangman's dream come true, or will Kenny Omega still be the AEW champion? Let me know what you guys think. Who do you see winning the finals of the tournament for the AEW World Championship shot between Miro and Bryan Danielson? Who do you see winning the AEW Tag Team titles between FTR and the Lucha Brothers? Who do you see winning that 6-man Falls Count Anywhere match between the Jurassic Express and Christian Cage versus the Super Click? Who do you see winning that Minneapolis street fight between America's Top Team and the Inner Circle? And who do you see winning between Darby Allin and MJF? Let me know all of your picks in the comment section. Let's have a conversation about it. Of course, I'm always on to see your comment, like it, and of course reply right back to you, because comments and your opinions are absolutely always welcome on this channel. Now, I do want to thank you guys so very much for watching this video today. Now, before you guys go, as always, you guys can never forget to do this. That like button, comment, share with your friends. Of course, super kick that like button like only you guys can. Of course, you guys can never forget to do this as well. That subscribe button, become part of this bigger and dangerous alliance. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers, and we're getting so close to that milestone. So if you guys are not subscribed to the channel yet, what are you guys waiting for? If you're a fan of professional wrestling when it comes to All Elite Wrestling, New Japan Pro Wrestling, and Ring of Honor Wrestling, and you're a fan of professional sports when it comes to Major League Baseball, the NBA, the NHL, NFL, college football, college basketball, Super kick that subscribe button, folks. It's free, and you become part of this bigger, dangerous alliance. And I will see you guys later today for my official New Japan Pro Wrestling's Battle in the Valley 2021 predictions. Switchblade Ishii 4, Ospreay Narita 2, Okada Buddy Murphy, and Juice versus Moose. Later days, guys, and peace.